Welcome to Texas Honda Channel. God bless each and every one of you. If you're new here, please consider clicking that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn the bell icon on to get notified of every upload. Okay, so as you can see over here, we have a tubular turbo manifold from Jackspania Racing. The link for this will be in the description with a discount code to save you guys some money, because I love saving you guys money. For the ones who didn't see my previous video, please go check that video out of the budget intake manifold. Jackspania sent me. It's really nice quality. He's definitely stepping his game up. The supercharger's coming off, but I go over more details about why in my previous video. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. So basically, I'm gonna give you a walkthrough of this, and of course, maxpeedingrods sending the GT35 turbo right here. This should be the gold impeller one they said they were gonna send me, which I had on my truck. If you don't remember that, here's a quick little video. Spinning at idle. I want to go ahead and shut it off and see how long it takes for the turbine to stop spinning. Most journal bearing turbos don't spin for very long. I actually haven't seen one spin this long. Wow, that's doing really good. Wow, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead, put some heat in it, get it started up, get it warmed up, and we'll take it out for a spin. So hope you guys are enjoying the video. With 243 torque. That looks beautiful. What boost level was that at? That's definitely a lot. 13 pounds? Okay, that's beautiful. 315 and 243. Nice. As you could see and hear, the K-Swap truck made 315 wheel horsepower with a stock internal K20A3, just with a maxpeedingrod GT35 turbo, 14 pounds of boost, and 1000cc injectors. It made pretty good power on that setup. Now this is a K20A2 Acura RSX Type S. This is an actual Type S, so this is the factory engine. Obviously I've supercharged it and we're taking the supercharger off. Currently it makes 301 with this supercharger on, I think it was 7.8 PSI or something like that at 8,400 RPMs or 8,200 RPMs, I can't remember. But this thing pulls really hard. It runs real good, but with the cracks on the supercharger, it's definitely coming off. So if you haven't seen the other video, definitely go check that out. This will be coming off soon. But with this manifold, I am definitely impressed. It is a super nice quality. And as you can see, it says Jackspania Racing on it. It's really nice. And inside, the fork collector is all cleaned up as well. So it's definitely really nice. So on the engine, it's going to sit like this. So we're going to see the turbo sitting here. So basically, it's going to wrap around like that. And then the turbo will be sitting right there. So the catch can will have to be moved, but not a big deal. You can definitely move that. The pipe will come out of the turbo into the intercooler, which will be down in there. And then we'll have another pipe coming out with a blow-off valve right to the intake manifold, which this will be running the Skunk 2 Ultra, which I mentioned in my previous video. So, very nice quality and design, and this is out of the box this nice. I have done absolutely nothing to it. I went out and actually bought some bolts from Ace Hardware because I thought this was just going to be a through and through, but no, these are actually threaded, so that's even cooler. So you only need the bolts and washers. You don't need the nuts on the other side, so that's awesome. So definitely cannot wait to put this on. We still have other things to do before we can get this on, but when the supercharger comes off, it will basically just be running NA for a while, just with the intake manifold. It already has the Skunk 2 Ultra header on there, and we'll just be driving it like that for the time being. But it will be getting this turbo put on. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the turbo out, and we're gonna look it all over, make sure everything's good, and go from there. So hope you guys enjoy this video. So as for these bolts, here is the part for it on screen. If you go to Ace or Home Depot or somewhere like that that has bolts and nuts, that's the part number you will need. But yeah, it's basically we've got a lock washer and that bolt. And with this, we just basically stick it right there, get the gasket on there. Sometimes it's best just to have 2 bolts kind of fed through so the gasket stays better. And then we bolt it on. Okay, I had to get shorter bolts for these back ones. They're just a little bit shorter than the other ones. Same thread pitch, but just shorter. All right, now we have to clock the turbo, and if you haven't seen me do that before, it's these 13mm bolts right here. And then you can actually clock the compressor housing right here by undoing these 13mm. Now you have to remember to get these back tight. You want them tight. And you want the oil to flow directly up and down, or as close to straight up and down as you can. If you have it at an angle, it could puddle up and blow the seals out, which is a common problem just from user error, so make sure to do it right. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen these up, straighten the turbo how I need it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, here it is, Jackspania Racing's manifold with maxpeedingrods turbo. It's looking awesome. I cannot wait to actually get this in the car and go for a drive. 301 horsepower, by the way, feels amazing in an RSX. I can only imagine 400 or 500 horsepower in this RSX. It's gonna be nuts. I still have to get some suspension issues to keep it on the road straight, but that's not a big deal. We're working on the funds for that still while doing all of this. There's kind of a lot we're juggling, things you don't know about off camera, stuff like that. But yeah, we're definitely making it work for sure. So again, huge shout out to maxpeedingrods for the turbo and making quality products and continuing to better their customer service. I really give them props for that. Now, I know people have had problems with them in the past, but just give them another shot, and just if there's any issues, just contact them. And if they aren't willing to help, find another person at maxpeedingrods to contact, because someone will help. I promise you that. So with that being said, that's how it looks with Jackspania's turbo manifold and the turbo from maxpeedingrods. Now I'm going to show you how I prefer to have my oil ran. The oil feed goes right up top, goes straight down, and straight down the bottom. Now on this particular turbo build, I'm actually going to be running the oil feed down, and it'll come over and insert right down here. Here's a picture on screen of where it will insert. It's above the crank pulley and the crank sensor. Right above that, they make a kit, which I'll drop a link for that in the description. And I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but they definitely make a little kit that allows oil drain to be easy, no drilling the hole in the oil pan or welding. It's actually really awesome. So I'm definitely going to be getting one of those as well. And yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I cannot wait to hear turbo noises again. I love the supercharger whine, don't get me wrong, and I know a lot of people are probably already going to try to message me for the supercharger. I'm not even sure I'm selling it yet. When I pull it off, we'll see how bad the damage is. If I can fix it, I may get it fixed and just keep it as a backup for another build in the future. or sell it to my close friend who's been begging for the supercharger since I got it. He actually wanted one before I got the K-Series supercharger, and he said if I ever find one, let him know, and he's already been on the waiting list. So if he backs out, obviously I'll post it up on Instagram, so if you don't follow me there, please go do so. That's what I use it for. I use it to contact you guys, give you sneak peeks for upcoming videos like this one. We'll have a sneak peek. But yeah, definitely want to stay tuned to Instagram, stay tuned to the channel, turn the bell icon on to get notified of every upload. A lot of people haven't been watching my videos, so definitely want to hit that bell. A lot of people have been getting unsubscribed as well. I am at 33,000 subscribers now, which is it's an awesome milestone for this channel for sure, but the views aren't reflecting that. So do your best to click on each video. Even if they seem boring, they may have extra stuff in it that I can't just squeeze all in one thumbnail. So I greatly appreciate you guys checking this video out. We are definitely really pumped to get this thing on, but we still have some things to get, like the intercooler. We still got to get some piping, a blow-off valve, the oil feed, oil return, the oil return to the timing cover piece that I showed you, and obviously supercharger has to come off. We got to get the Skunk 2 Ultra intake manifold on. Like I said, there's a little bit involved. Then we have to go back for a retune. Michael may actually be coming to Texas to stay for a little bit, so that way he can actually get a street tune pull in, and you guys can see him working on his tunes that he does, and he'll go over to Eric's, get it on the dyno, stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool. There's a lot of things coming to the channel if God is willing, so definitely want to stay tuned. I'm sorry the content has been kind of dry, but we're definitely working our hardest to get content back up and going. We gave those 2 cars away, donated to families in need, and that kind of set us back a little bit, but we're here to help people and change lives in Jesus' name. So if you guys like the video, please hit the like button, drop a comment. It helps the channel activity, which also helps the algorithm put my videos in more recommendeds, so we can get more content going. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. Just want to give you a sneak peek at the maxpeedingrods GT35 Turbo, which I had on the truck, and jackspania's turbo manifold, which I wanted to have on the truck, but it faced the wrong direction. If this would have faced the other way, I'd have had this manifold on that truck. But yeah, definitely some cool stuff coming. So I hope you guys join me on this journey and continue to grow together. But yeah, with all that being said, definitely check the links in the description for maxpeedingrods and jackspania with discount codes for both. And I will see you guys in the next video. And as I like to say, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.